Hello, my friend. Are you a woman over 40 who's struggling to lose weight? Do you have that stubborn belly fat, low energy, or just not feeling like yourself? Maybe you've tried every diet and nothing works. Or even more frustrating, you're eating healthy, you're exercising, you're doing everything right, and you're still not seeing results. You are not alone. I've been there, and so many of my clients have been there too. But stay with me because here's the great thing. I can help you. And in a moment, I'm going to share two powerful hormones that you may have overlooked and why they could actually be the missing link in your weight loss journey. And I'm going to show you exactly what you can do about them to finally unlock lasting weight loss results. My name is JJ. I'm a mindset coach and I'm the author of the book, How I Went From Sad to Glad, my simple 4-step blueprint to transform your health, weight, and mindset to finally reach your goals with joy and ease. And in 2019, I lost 55 pounds, eliminated 18 years of chronic back pain in just 30 days, and I ended my lifelong seasonal allergies. And since then, it's been my passion and my mission to help other women who feel stuck the way I once did, trying every diet, living with chronic pain, and believing medication was the only answer. I'm here to show you there is another way. Now, let me share a personal experience. 4 years into my weight loss journey, after being able to easily keep the weight off, I reached my mid 40s and premenopause, and that's when something shifted. I started to feel like I wasn't myself. I noticed weight piling on, especially around my stomach. And on top of added daily life and work stressors I was dealing with then, I was also diving deeper and deeper into my nutrition research. I was trying to do everything perfectly. I stressed about the tiniest things. Were my bananas at the perfect ripeness for the max nutrients? Were these nuts even okay for my digestion? Should I even eat these grapes without seeds? If you've been there trying to do everything perfect in your health journey, leave me a comment if you can relate. Now, I later realized that part of what helped me lose weight and keep it off was the very act of loving my food and enjoying the process and keeping it very simple. But eventually, my diet became complicated. It became rigid, and my diet became a stressor. And in hindsight, that stress was actually a blessing that helps me still to this day help my clients because it pushed me to look beyond the food when it came to weight loss. And that's when I discovered two powerful hormones. Now, one I had heard of before, and one I hadn't really known much about. And what I discovered next completely changed how I saw weight loss because these two hormones, they don't just do their own thing. They actually work together in ways that can keep you stuck, even if you're eating healthy, or work together to help you finally get the lasting results. Now, let's start with one you may have heard of too. Cortisol. We're always told that's our stress hormone, and its job is actually to keep you alive in emergencies. Now, imagine being chased by a tiger thousands of years ago. You'd need instant energy to run like crazy, right? So, cortisol makes that happen. So, here's how it works. Cortisol raises your blood sugar. It tells your liver to release sugar into your bloodstream. So your muscles and brain have that instant fuel that it needs. It blocks insulin, so it keeps your sugar in the blood instead of letting it into your muscle and liver cells because your body thinks you need it right away. And it also pushes fat storage to your belly because that's the easiest place for your body to grab it in an emergency. And this all makes sense if you're actually running from a tiger, but today our tigers are our bills and everyday worries that we deal with. And when stress is constant, cortisol stays high and it locks your body in survival mode. Now, here's where the other hormone comes in, oxytocin. Now, this you may have heard of before. It's the connection hormone, sometimes called the feel good hormone. Now, oxytocin actually lowers cortisol. It's pulling you out of danger mode. It helps your body stop living in constant survival and start responding again. And it even plays a role in calming cravings because when your body feels safe, you don't need food to cope with stress. Now, so far, we've seen how oxytocin lowers the stress hormone. But here's the part most women don't know: it also changes the way our body processes the sugars and fats. And in a moment, I'm going to explain exactly how that works and why it could be the missing link in your weight loss journey. Now, when normally insulin acts like a key, unlocking your cells so glucose can get in and be used as fuel. So when you eat, your body breaks food down into glucose. That's your main source of energy. Normally, insulin acts like a key and it unlocks your cells so glucose can get in and be used as fuel. Now, if your body is insulin sensitive, the key works beautifully. You eat, your body uses it for energy, you feel alive. Now, for years, I thought insulin resistance, meaning that your sugars couldn't get into your cells, was only caused by fat building up in the cells and blocking the insulin signal. And while that is one cause, what I learned is it's not the whole story. Stress and high cortisol can also create insulin resistance by telling your body to keep sugar in the blood just in case. It's like your body is stuck in survival mode even when you are perfectly safe. And this is where oxytocin is a game changer. By lowering cortisol, it helps your body listen to insulin again. Translation: instead of storing food as fat, your body can actually use it for energy. I had to learn this the hard way. During that period, I used to skip my healthy fat if my avocados weren't ripe. I'd go without, thinking I was being disciplined, when in reality, I was just stressing myself out. What I should have done was just grab a few walnuts instead and keep moving. That added stress around food was only making things worse, along with the other stressors I was dealing with. It wasn't discipline, it was pressure. And that pressure was actually working against my body instead of with it, as hard as I was trying to eat perfectly. And that's why I talk so much about the joy and ease in my book. It's so important to love your health journey. Let me tell you something else oxytocin does. Oxytocin also boosts your feel good brain chemicals, dopamine and serotonin. These improve motivation, mood, cravings, and that's why things like laughing, hugging, or doing what you love actually make weight loss easier. Just like there are certain foods that and all the nutrients are put together to improve our mood, I realize that these two hormones are so important that it's not just, hey, we should be happy. It's actually biology. Now, don't worry, because I'm not just another person telling you don't stress. That advice on its own doesn't work. Stress is a part of life. We can't control every situation that comes our way, right? But what we can do is change the way we interact with stressors. And instead of trying to eliminate it completely, we can fill our days with habits that actively boost oxytocin and bring the body back into balance. That's why I focus on what you can do. Things like 10 minutes of sunlight, laughing at a silly joke, listening to music you enjoy, doing something creative that you love, maybe artwork, even just smiling. Now, these seem really small, but they can create real biological shifts. This is also why I created my daily health checklist. It's not only just telling you to eat fruit and greens and a big salad, but also it takes into account your oxytocin habits, like sunlight and laughter. You can grab your free copy anytime of that at gladblueprint.com. I'll link it in the comments too. For connection, that's why I built my Gladiators VIP club for women over 40 and my Amazing Transformers clubs. These things like community encouragement, even our game nights together, are powerful oxytocin boosters. That's why I talk so much about the joy and ease part of my book title, because sometimes the stress, even from a diet, can be the very thing holding you back. Now, if you're just starting out, that's why I created a simple, stress free 3-day meal plan, and it's a reset. It comes complete with a grocery list so you don't have to guess what to buy. And when you get the 3-day meal plan, I'm also including my free audiobook read by me so you can stack learning while you meal prep. If you're still here, I know you're serious about this lifestyle. And I also know that you already have everything inside you to succeed. And I'm here to be your guide. Again, I'm Veganology JJ, your raw inspired vegan mindset coach and author of How I Went from Sad to Glad. I'll see you on the next coaching call, and I'll see you in the next video.